Hey everyone, welcome to ReadIT. Today we have some malicious compliance. And the first story is by Snot Wimp. Oh, you're making change alright. This happened a few years ago, but it's still one of my favorite stories. I was riding my motorcycle to go get dinner at a fast food place for myself and wife, and I realized as I got near the restaurant that all I had was a $100 bill and some loose change. Knowing that the fast food place wouldn't break a $100, I pulled up to a gas station and parked at the pumps as it was the most convenient parking. As I waited in line, a woman in front of me paid $80 in bills for fuel, cigarettes and beer. As they finished the transaction, I politely asked, "While you have your drawer open, could you please break $100?" The clerk gave me a snotty look and said, "I don't make change," and slammed the register shut. Side note here, I live in Vegas, so I could have put the $100 in a slot machine at the gas station and then cashed out. It's what the clerks usually ask you to do. But this lady had me a little pissed due to her tone. So I said, "No problem, I understand, can I please get $20 on pump 6? This is where I usually am asked to put money in a slot machine." She gladly gave me $80 in cash, and I walked outside and pumped 3 cents into the gas tank. Walked back in and told her it didn't all fit and I need my change for pump 6. "Oh, and I have 3 cents here, so if you could just give me back a $20. She said, "That's not how you make change." Well bitch, it worked for me. Next story is by Robo Ninja Pirate, Cheapo Consignment Store. Many years ago, when our first son was a toddler, my wife was shopping in a consignment store for kids' stuff. She happened to see a lady bringing in a bunch of stuff to sell to the store, and overheard the conversation. This woman had multiple bags of Thomas the Tank Engine toys and track, as well as one of the train tables. If it was new on the shelf, it would be several $100s worth of stuff. The employee working there offered her a lowball offer, saying $100 is the most I can offer. If you think you can get more, you are going to have to find a buyer yourself. My son was a huge Thomas the Tank Engine fan, and my wife's eyes lit up. My bargain hunting wife immediately went over and said, "I think you just found a buyer. Will you take $200 for all of it?" The employee got mad and said they weren't allowed to conduct business inside the store. So my wife helped her carry it out to the parking lot, and gave her $200 for a ridiculous number of Thomas the Tank Engine toys that my son, and eventually his younger 3 siblings, played with for years. Next story is by the user I'm Here I Know Right 11. I guess my new boss is messing with wrong single mother. I guess my new boss is messing with the wrong single mother. Obligatory, I'm using mobile and not a native English speaker. Trying to limit some info cause I'm not sure if she's on here. A little background, I just gave birth a few months ago. During my maternity leave, I was requested to join in a Zoom meeting. They said it's very important, so I obliged. I love my company so much since it always had my back when I got pregnant, single mom, and got sick on my 6th month. Meeting was about me being transferred to a new boss due to realignment. This new boss then started calling me and asking me to do stuff which actually could wait until I get back from my maternity leave, cause of course the company knows I'm on leave. She always say there is a deadline for some online learning and stuff. She also asks me to attend some meetings, company annual online parties, which she said is mandatory to attend to, and most of my office mates will ask me why I'm attending since I'm on leave. Well, I'm the kind of person who doesn't really complain much. If I can do it, I just do it. Talking back or talking ill against somebody is a waste of my energy. Everything is remote anyways, and my baby is sleeping almost all the time and camera is off so I can breastfeed. Now fast forward to this week. It's been 3 weeks since I'm officially back to work, still work at home setup, and I know bosses have different leadership styles, but I'm afraid I can say she's kind of a pain in the ass. She demands things to be done ASAP when these are the ones which should really take a little time to get the best results. She will talk in the sweetest voice and tone, but her message is basically telling you to fucking finish this now. Just imagine an evil character in a movie smiling at you, but the eyes are scary while telling you that she's about to kill you. I then found out from my old boss that this one is full of pride and always wants to be the best. Never asks help from anyone and wants to impress the big boss all the time. 2 days ago I messaged her sincerely apologizing that I have to file a leave the following day cause my baby is set to do vaccines. I said I was sorry cause in my calendar it's a week from now and planning to file the leave this weekend, but the doc's secretary just called and it has to be that next day. And in my country, I have the solo parent ID, so leaves like these are really valid. She called me up and asked how many hours it should take. I said it's gonna be in the morning, but I really want to file a leave cause most of the time babies get fever after, and of course I want to take care of my baby. She said since we are just working from home, I don't need to file a leave and just adjust my working hours. I wanted to explain that I really want to take the entire day off and not work at all, especially at night, cause I want to observe my baby, but she literally ignored me and did not let me talk and just said her goodbyes and hung up. Imagine my surprise when around 9 AM the MF messaged me to join the conference call for our meeting. Cue malicious compliance. I said I'm on my way to the clinic and will just join once settled. I just ride the tuk-tuk to the health center, so I can't join just yet cause I'm holding my baby securely. So once I'm in the clinic, I graciously obliged to join the conference call while a lot of other babies are crying. Vaccination schedules are the same day, so maybe half of the town's babies are there and they are all my accomplice. I press mute of course, but when it's my turn to speak, I speak super close to the microphone while other babies were either shouting due to the injections, crying just because they're bored, or maybe laughing at my boss right now. My own baby is just so quiet, looking like the cutest MF, latching on me. I can hear in my boss' voice the regret of not allowing me this day off, but she can't do anything about it now. I'm on the meeting answering all her questions and impressing everyone in my team like a boss. I can imagine their faces when they have to lower the volume when it's my turn to speak. I then sent her a message regarding the next vaccination schedule and that I want to ask permission to file for a leave that day. Well, of course she said yes. Next story is by Circumference X1. A hairy malicious compliance with a wholesome ending. My partner and I were planning a visit. We have both been comparing our body hair progress in lockdown via video and, well, I think our chat is self-explanatory. Me: if you wanna keep growing your beard, you do you, it's fun. Do you want me to shave my legs? Them: no, you do whatever you want to do to make you feel good. Me: do you like them now? I will keep them hairy if you like them. Them: is it strange to say I like both? I hate making decisions for myself. So, malicious compliance, I prepare for their visit, and shave just one leg. My legs were very hairy. Let me make this clear, my pale ass legs look like lint rollers used on my cat. It looks absolutely ridiculous, but I'm now committed to the compliance. They come over and I sit next to them on the sofa. I've worn shorts in the winter especially for the occasion, and plunk my legs on their lap. They don't immediately notice and are stroking the leg that was closer to them and said, I like this leg, and I flipped the other leg on top and announced, but do you like this leg too? They looked so shocked but then bust out laughing saying, I can't believe you did that. It turns out they did like it though anyway, so my malicious intent didn't land, but I thought y'all might appreciate a happy ending for once. Laughing face. And the OP includes a picture of their cat. Next post is by the user, mmoonlit. What do you do when your equipment's batteries die? You change them, of course. So today I had a theoretical test for my photography course. Nothing too hard, just a bunch of, what would you do in this hypothetical situation, but the answers were long as you had to explain your reasoning and I was honestly getting tired of writing in ink. Cue malicious compliance. At about the end of the test, there was a question about how to handle a situation in which your external flash runs out of battery and naming two possibilities of a solution. I read the question several times to make sure before boldly writing. The obvious solution would be to change the batteries. And then proceeded to give the other solution. My teacher, who's actually very nice and fun, graded the tests while we were doing the practical test. Then she suddenly chuckles and goes, "Op, I can't believe you actually wrote that," to which I answered, "Well, you never said I hypothetically didn't have extra batteries." She looked at me for a long time. Then ticked the answer as correct. Next post is by High Heels and Books. Expensive grocery shopping. After college I moved back home with my parents to save some money, and because there was a global pandemic raging, I offered to help out as much as I could, including grocery shopping. My parents usually got their groceries delivered, so my mom offered to knock $10, the normal delivery fee, off my rent every time I shopped. I told her it wasn't necessary, but being a broke 20-something I didn't argue. Fast forward a few months. I'm eating lunch and my mom says, "You're going shopping today?" I explained I was busy but I'll put it on the list for the next day. She started trying to guilt me to make me go. I let her know I did the shopping as a favor and if she really needed something she could order like she used to. She was not having it. "Well then don't take so much money off your rent if you don't shop," she said. That was when I decided to get petty. I'm very thankful to my parents for letting me move back home so I never was late with my rent, and if I wasn't sure how much money to take off my rent I always just paid more. So since then I've been meticulously saving every receipt so I know exactly how much to take off my rent. I've been paying much less in recent months. Thank you for watching you all. Please like and subscribe for more videos.